So my little cousin told me he was lazy, and I thought that was BS because I know it's BS for myself. I remember when I was around his age, I was struggling with getting work done, and I started to think that I was lazy as well. And the funny thing about laziness, it's just a label that we put on ourselves. So we just take, I am lazy, with some evidence, right? So we can put evidence up because I did this, because I didn't do that, because then didn't. Eventually, you've got an identity. And the thing about an identity is that it takes a lot of energy to use up, and you actually want to conform to the identity. There's a psychological drive to actually conform to our identities. So here we are believing I am lazy, therefore you're acting lazy, and you're not doing anything, and you're being drained and sucked of energy. Now, the way that you actually so-called cure this is that you see through it. You see through the label. You realize that your mind is creating your identity. It is believing it, and it's essentially a construct within your own head. And once you're clean and clear of that, and you start to clean and clear yourself of any fears about the future or thoughts about the past, and you're able to be with your thinking and realize that it's been made up, and it kind of turns down the knob. What happens is that you go out of thinking world. In the world of thought, in the world of mess, you are going to get caught up and never get anything done. You're going to struggle. And the thing is, you don't solve mess with more mess. The secret isn't to motivate yourself, right, which is just adding more mess, or to scare yourself, which is adding more mess in a really weird way. It's actually to drop out of your mess altogether and drop in to what we call your intuition, right? Or your inner guidance, or the Holy Spirit. It is that prompting within you to do the next thing and do the next thing and do the next thing. If you were to go into what we call the present moment, so that's beyond all the thinking, beyond all the mess, beyond all the impatience, because that's where impatience is. You drop into presence, and in presence, in the moment, you can listen to God's will right now. And God's will never lead you astray. And your desires, your simple little desires, are actually going to lead you to do things. So in the world of thinking, homework, business, work, it sucks, it's horrible, it's all being made up, it's subjective in your mind, and it feels like reality. But once you realize that it's being created, you automatically, by the health of your own mind and the design, you drop out of it into a state of peace. And from that state of peace, you just take little actions, and you start to love actions, and you throw away your regrets of not taking enough actions, you throw away your impatience, and you take actions right now, and you fall in love with the process. You become infinitely patient, and you fall deeper in love with life. And that love builds up like an asset, a beautiful asset that will overflow into how you treat others, into how you feel yourself, and into the goodness and the excellence of your own work. And so that's a little one for today. Thank you, and God bless.